All right. So it said, the world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. Our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. It is who we really are. And what is real does not go away, doesn't go away. The world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. Our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. It is who we really are, and what is real doesn't go away. The world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. Our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. It is who we really are, and what is real doesn't go away. All right, so what's going on here? The world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. When we were children, because she said our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. Our childlike self, what is that? Playfulness, imagination. These are things that that's the world that we know while before age 7. That's the world we knew. That the world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. So this is the world that we knew as children. Our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. Our childlike self is playfulness. We have that playful side towards us. And that seems to vanish and fade away over a long period of time when life started to happen to us or even for us. We no longer have that childlike, that playfulness and that imagination to play around and to fantasize and imagine things and come up with ideas to help us to make our lives better. So she said our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. It is who we really are. We are our childlike self, and what is real doesn't go away. So what's real to us? Playfulness is real to us. Imagination is real to us. These things are real to us. Right? But these things tend to just um you know seems like we no longer fantasize and imagine things, and we know we are no longer playful. We become unhappy, sad, uh stuck at a job that we hate, being into relationships that we hate. We are no longer loving, kind, and joyful. We are no longer playful. All these things seems to go away from us. But the good thing is, now we know from reading this text, she said the world we knew as children is still buried within our minds. Okay, so we know that it's still within us. It's still there. Now, we are going to have to uncover it, remove whatever is covering over it, whether that be hate, jealousy, grudges, unhappiness, sadness. Those things are probably the things that are that cover over this um, childlike self. So we need that childlike self for us to really live the way how we truly desire to live, right? And she said, what's real doesn't go away. Our childlike self does not, it's not going to go anywhere. It's there still. All right. And it's buried within our minds. And we need to uncover it, remove. It's like the onion, start peeling off those layers that we don't need and throw them away. Right. And get back to this childlike self. Because why? Our childlike self is the deepest level of our being. And we need to get down deep in there and become that person, that person, childlike self again. We need to bring that back up to the surface, right? So we can start being imaginative, playful again, and started to loving ourselves again. Because when we, like she said we were born. Love is something that we were born with. We were born with love. What's covering up this childlike self here? Could it be fear? No? Could that be one of the reasons why we are not exploring this childlike self here? Because it is important to us. That's what the author is pointing out to us here. All right? It's still there, and we need to dig it up. I mean, uncover it and use that childlike self, that childlike self, that playfulness, right? Or use our imagination, fantasize again about how great life can be for ourselves and for others. Alrighty? Thank you very much, and look forward to see you in the next video.